Welcome folks. Before us we have a question that may seems to be tricky to some people, so I want to see if I can at least assist one or two. Now this question, as we can see, is question 6, and it is coming from Science paper 2 for the year 2020. So the question reads, study the flow diagram below and answer questions that follow. So whenever you have a question like this one and you are given a reaction scheme, it is very important you need to study this carefully. Now, for us to have a clear picture, we need first to look at the genesis of these reactions. So the first part is we have this solid P, then heated to form gas Q and R, dissolves in water, forms solution T, reacted with aqueous sodium hydroxide, gives a solution EU plus water and gas Q. Then if reacted with aqueous nitrate, we are getting solution W and white PPT, right? So at least we have the key point. Now, for you to understand fully, we are going to look at this route here. Now, if you look at the substance that we are given, this substance is in solid state, and when heated it changes into gases, and we know that the change of state of matter in which a solid changes directly into a gas is called sublimation. So the substance which is solid P must be an example of a substance that can undergo sublimation or that can sublimize. Now from there we also go back to one of the gases that was produced. So one of the gases that was produced was gas Q. Then in this gas Q turns damp red litmus paper blue. So which gas behaves like this? So this is ammonia. So since we have, at least we are given a point of ammonia as one of the product, then we need to look at from which substance can we produce ammonia by sublimation. So the solid P is ammonium chloride. So let's look at the word equation for this one. So if you have ammonium chloride, then if this substance is heated, it is going to sublimize into ammonia plus hydrogen chloride. Then to write our chemical equation, we can so ammonium has the chemical, this should be ammonium, so has the chemical symbol of NH4. Then chloride, we have Cl. Now here we are going to have a solid state since we are looking at the nature of solid. Then we have this equation symbol. Then the ammonia is NH3 gas plus the hydrogen chloride, which is also a gas. So we have hydrochloric acid, which has the same symbol as hydrogen chloride, which is HCl. Now if you look at this carefully, this equation is balanced. So gas R, as we can see, gas R is hydrogen chloride. So it's very important, if you are looking at sublimation, you also have to look at the examples of those substances that can undergo sublimation, because sometimes you may need to use sublimation to identify a substance. Like for instance, here the principle of sublimation was of help for us to identify this solid P. So solid P, we are saying, is ammonium chloride. Okay, so we are done with the first part. Now we look at this point here. So what happens to ammonium chloride if dissolves in water? So it is going to give us the ammonium chloride, which is now in solution, and this one The chemical formula still is NH4 chloride. Now this one will be in solution, so it is going to dissolve into ions. Here we are going to have in aqueous solution, so that is the point that you are going to have. As we can see, so this is a solution, so the solid P is acting as a solute, while water is acting as a solvent. And we know that whenever we get a solute and dissolves that into a solvent, we have this solution, right? So now we need to look at this point here. Now for this one, at least we have a picture. We know that gas Q turns damp red litmus paper blue, and we know that this must be ammonia, since we have identified that before, right? Now, so the task is we need to identify solution A. Now, how can we identify this solution A? So we are going back to this solution T, which is the ammonium chloride in aqueous solution. Now is reacting with aqueous sodium hydroxide. So what happens when ammonium chloride react with sodium hydroxide aqueous solution? So let's look at this word equation. So we have ammonium ammonium chloride plus the sodium hydroxide right. Then for this one, we are going to have somehow we can say a single displacement. So this sodium will displace ammonium getting chloride. So we are going to have sodium chloride plus the ammonium NH4 will react with the hydroxide. This should be hydroxide. Then if that react with hydroxide, we are going to have water plus the ammonia, right? So in a chemical equation, so we have NH4. So here we are going to have aqueous plus sodium hydroxide NaOH, also aqueous. We are given this here, right? So the sodium chloride is NaCl aqueous plus H2O liquid plus NH3, which is a gas, right? So this is our first our chemical equation, which is correlating with the weight equation that we have written above. Now if we look at this equation is not balanced. Now in order to balance it, let's put a 2 here. So we have 2 nitrogen, we also put here 2 nitrogen. Then right, so 2 times 3 6, then here we have 2 times 4 8. Then we are going to put a 2 here, 2 atoms of sodium, 2 atoms of sodium. Then if we put this, we also put a 2 here. I'm sure this equation is balanced because we have 2 times 4 8 plus 2 10, 2 times 3 6 plus 2 times 2, which is 4 10. So the hydrogen atoms are balanced. Then if you look at the atoms of oxygen, we have 2 here and also 2 here, so they are balanced, right? If you look at the atoms of sodiums are also balanced. So this is our balanced chemical equation. So to summarize, or the statement that you need to have in mind is that whenever a solution of ammonium chloride react with sodium hydroxide, the product should be sodium chloride plus water and ammonia gas. So that is what you have to look at there. Now we move on to this route here. So let's look at now the same solution. If now this time is reacted with aqueous silver nitrate, right? So we are going to write our equation, which is weight equation. So say ammonium chloride plus silver nitrate, right? So here we are going to have precipitation. So we need to look at this one carefully, because we are going to have two solutions. One will be soluble, then the other one will be insoluble. So the insoluble is where we're going to have the white PPT. So this white PPT, so there will be a double displacement here. So the double displacement will be this silver will be displaced by ammonia, and the ammonium will give us ammonium nitrate. So ammonium nitrate is a soluble salt, and this is our solution, which is W plus then the silver will get the chloride. So we're going to have now silver chloride, and remember, silver chloride is an insoluble salt. Since it's an insoluble salt, that's the reason why we were told a white PPT. So that is the key point. So to summarize the point here, we are saying whenever a solution of ammonium chloride react with silver nitrate, the products should be ammonium nitrate, which is a soluble salt, and silver chloride, which is an insoluble salt. Now for the chemical equation, we have NH4 chloride, so aqueous, plus silver is Ag, then nitrate is NO3. Now silver has a valence of 2, so we need to put a 2 here. So we have aqueous, then we are going to have ammonium NH4 NO3. So we have aqueous plus AgCl2. So if we want to balance, we can let's put a 2 here. So 2 atoms of chlorine, 2 atoms of chlorine. We also put a 2 here. All right, so our equation is now balanced. Now, since we have this information, let's see now the questions. So question A, identify substances P. So P, we say it is ammonium chloride. Then Q is ammonia gas. Then W, this one here. So this we say it is ammonium nitrate. We move on to now question B, the last one. Write the balanced chemical equation for the decomposition of solid P. Remember, we did this one, so it was ammonium chloride NH4Cl. So this is in solid state, then it's heated, giving us the ammonia NH3 gas plus the HCl hydrogen chloride, since it's a gas, and this equation is balanced, right? Then the reaction between solution T and aqueous solution, aqueous sodium hydroxide. So this one was the NH4. Since it's solution, we need to have aqueous plus NaOH. This one gave us sodium chloride aqueous plus water plus what else, plus ammonia. So this is the equation that we looked at here, right? So okay, now let's balance it. To balance, we can put a 2 here, right? Then 2 here, so 2 atoms of sodium, 2 atoms of sodium, and we put a 2 here. So this is what they were supposed to do, or what they did for those that got this one correct. So let's hope you've gotten 1 or 2. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share with friends and also subscribe to this channel.